I am so nervous about this. What if it like pulls out my hair? I thought it'd be fun to test this $20 brush against this $5 brush. I have super long hair, so they get super tangly whenever I wash it. I think I'm gonna go in and try it with dry hair too. My sister has wavy / curly hair, and I'm gonna see if I can talk her into letting me try it on her hair as well. Are you worried this can pull your hair? Hi guys, it's Emmarie. Welcome to Emmarie Lane, where my goal is to help you feel beautiful inside and out and remind you that you are enough, and also save you some money if I can. In today's video, we're gonna be testing out a weird product. We're just gonna say it's weird. Product that I found on Amazon. It's by Remington, and it is their electronic vibrating detangler brush. I got it for $17.99. It was on sale though. It normally costs $20. I don't know how long that sale's gonna last. It's basically supposed to detangle your hair with zero pain is the whole idea. I thought it'd be fun to test this. We're gonna say $20 brush against this $5 brush. I did a video on this brush a while ago against the wet brush. This is the bath pack brush, and on their website it's $5, and it works better than the wet brush in my opinion. Okay, so I just washed my hair, obviously. Well, it's damp. It's been about 20 or 30 minutes since I've washed it. The instructions say you're supposed to let your hair like dry a little bit before you use it. Here's the thing. I really wanted to test this brush out, so I put my hair in a messy bun today, and once I took it out, I didn't brush my hair. Normally I brush my hair before I get in the shower, so it's not like crazy unmanageable, but I didn't brush my hair before I got in the shower, and messy buns always make my hair crazy, like super tangly, and I also haven't put any product in my hair since I've gotten out of the shower. So I'm going to divide my hair down the middle as best as I can. Oh, it's bad. As you can see, I have super long hair, so they get super tangly whenever I wash it. So how I'm going to test these out is I'm going to see, one, how fast you can brush your hair. I'm going to time them. And two, I'm going to see how painful or painless both brushes are. So we're going to start with the bath pack just to have a better comparison to see what the Remington has to live up to. So I'm going to start my stopwatch. Now, I'm just going to brush through my hair real quick. This is like butter, guys. It is not difficult at all. It doesn't hurt at all. I know I'm grabbing my hair, but like it's not, there's not pain. So fun fact, while I'm doing this might sound kind of painful, I don't know. When I was younger, I hated brushing my hair so much. When I mean younger, I was old enough that I should have been brushing my hair on my own, but I hated it so much that every morning and every night, my parents would check in with me and ask me if I'd brush my hair, and I would always say no. I don't remember them making the rule because like memory loss issues. If you guys have been here for a while, you know what I'm talking about. My mom told me they made that rule, but the reason they made the rule was my hair got so bad one time that they literally had to like cut rat's nests out of it because they couldn't get it out with a brush. It was really bad. We're done. Awesome. That was 1 minute and 36 seconds. Before I found the wet brush and the bath pack and all that stuff, it would take me about 20 minutes to brush out my hair. So 1 minute and 30 seconds is awesome, especially with how tangly it was. Now we're gonna see how well this does. So it comes with batteries, and it also comes with like this little cap thing to protect the bristles. I'm gonna turn it on. Sounds kind of like a drill. Kind of nerve-wracking. So I'm going to tell you what it says to do before we test it so I don't have to yell over it. So it says to divide hair into manageable sections, guys. Divide hair into manageable English sections. Work with one small section of hair at a time. Securely hold section of hair 4 to 5 inches from the ends. So they're basically saying start from the bottom, work your way up. I'm gonna kind of elastic this hair off for a second. Start with the bottom section. The bottom section is always the worst. Can you see that? That's awful. So 1 minute and 36 seconds was the other time. I am so nervous about this. What if it like pulls out my hair? Wow. I don't feel a thing. Oh look, it got caught there for a second. It's not snagging at all though, which is awesome. Because even the wet brush can sometimes get snagged, and then you just have to work through it. It doesn't take long, but it's a brush. But this is not getting snagged. I mean, it feels cool. It kind of gets caught towards the ends a little bit. Not necessarily, well, it just slows down. It doesn't like pull or anything. Well, that went through pretty fast. Oh wait, it stopped right here. Oh wow. That's cool. Okay, done. That was 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I have some thoughts and feelings. Okay, so let's go through time-wise. Obviously, so it might have been a fluke, but it seemed like the bath pack got through my hair faster. But it was only by a little bit over a minute. that this one was just a little bit slower. So time-wise, backpack 1, which honestly doesn't surprise me because it did with the wet brush as well when I did a review comparing the two. So that didn't surprise me too much. Now this was slower, but I saw some interesting things happen. Anytime it got caught by a tangle, it would like not pull out my hair, but it would like get stuck. So there was no tugging, it just would stop, which was interesting because normally if your brush gets stuck, you have to like pull it out and like work out the tangle. This one you could just kind of keep it there and apply just a little bit of pressure, and then eventually it would get through the tangle, which was so cool. I mean, it's so nice to not have to like work at things, just be like, I'm just gonna sit here and let it do all of the work. Oh, I forgot to mention, you can use this on wet and dry hair. You know what? I think I'm gonna go in and try it with dry hair too, and compare it again to this brush, because I've noticed wet brushes aren't quite as good on dry hair. My hair is the worst. After I brush it, when it's dry, it's just this one big poof ball, and it's hard to brush through. So I'll show an example of what it looks like with just a normal brush. Like, it does a decent job going through the hair. It's not like it's like super painful or anything. The after effect, frizzy and poofy, especially the ends, are like the worst. So I don't know if you can tell the difference. You might not be able to on camera as much, but it doesn't look good. It adds volume in a bad way. So we're gonna try this out on dry hair and see if it works. So, comparing the two, it still gets a little tiny bit poofy, but it's not nearly as bad. So since it's doing less, it'll be a lot easier to control with some product. When I brush my hair normally, I have to go in with more product than I would like to, just to get it back to the way that it looked after it air dried before I brushed through it. My sister has wavy / curly hair, and I'm gonna see if I can talk her into letting me try it on her hair as well. Okay, Kylie, what kind of hair texture do you have?
I have a mix of straight, wavy, and curly hair.
But it's very textured all the way around, even where it's straight.
Yes.
So on, no, this right here. I want you to just brush it with this brush for a second.
Now, we just pulled my hair out of a
messy bun.
My hair is super greasy too.
So not bad for a brush, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, ready for this?
Yeah.
Are you worried it's gonna pull your hair?
Yeah.
You're not?
Kind of just, the sound scares me.
How was that?
I felt nothing, basically.
Here, should we try up higher?
Yeah.
Do you want to try it? Okay. It's supposed to go slower when you hit a knot, just so you know.
I like this. So my hair is super greasy, so if I'm gonna brush it like this, it's gonna go more straight, you know. But this brush, it still kept somewhat of the texture was there instead of just making it straight.
Okay, I have lots of thoughts and feelings. So I tried this out for another week after I filmed those segments, just to really make sure I had a more solid opinion of the brush. So this is technically not a normal brush. This is more like a vibrating wide tooth comb versus a brush, because it has just one row and the bristles are a lot farther apart. That being said, it makes sense why this wouldn't frizz out my hair like a brush would, but a wide tooth comb is such a pain to use, especially when your hair is like really knotted. So it's like the best of both worlds, and that's one of the main reasons I really love it, because wide tooth combs are good for your hair because they don't cause as much damage, but they're a pain to use. So this kind of takes out the pain part of the whole wide tooth comb experience. And it's really good at taking out like little tiny knots that I would have to pick at and like use a lot of product to get them apart. I can just sit here and like to get rid of it. And even though it took it a little bit longer to get through my hair when it was super tangly, I didn't mind because it didn't take as much work. Like I wasn't like pulling at my hair as much. And when I brushed it, when my hair was like a normal amount of tangly for me, it did it just as fast. So like, unless you have super tangly hair, which you might, I don't know. I don't think it'll take as long as it did when I timed it. And another thing I really like is when you're using this on wet hair and you're brushing through it and it's vibrating, it's moving the hairs around, which makes your hair dry faster, which is awesome because that means less heat. If you blow dry your hair, or if you air dry your hair, it takes less time for it to dry. It's also really good for your scalp because the vibration can cause circulation, which creates more blood flow, which can help hair growth and all of these awesome things. Overall, I really like it. It does not replace every single brush need, especially if you blow dry your hair with a brush, that wouldn't really work because it's a comb. I recommend it if you're looking into something like this. If you have a hard time using a normal brush for just detangling, this might be something you'd be interested in. If you're interested in seeing my battle of the wet brush versus the bath pack, the brush I used in this video, you can click right here. I love you guys so much, and don't ever forget that you are enough. Bye! Mwah!